Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more WWE 2k15 Universe Mode. My name is BrendenPlayz. We are coming off the Survivor Series pay-per-view, and as you can see on your screen right now, the next pay-per-view will be Tables, Ladders, and Chairs. And today, here on Monday Night Raw, we're going to start the build-up towards the big TLC pay-per-view. Survivor Series was really good. Thank you so much, guys, for all the support on that video. Lots and lots of views, lots of likes. Really appreciate that. So thank you so much, guys. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the pay-per-view. It was a long one, but it was a good one, I thought. So this week we have for you, we have Kane versus Daniel Bryan. Of course, Daniel Bryan, he did lose at the pay-per-view to Dolph Ziggler. A best out of 3 series is going to happen, so Cesaro and Kid, with Natalya in the corner, will face Zayn and Neville. This is a best out of 3 series. The 3 matches will occur. The winner overall will be the new #1 contender for the WWE Tag Team Championship, which of course the Ascension do currently hold. They retained at Survivor Series as well. Mark Henry and Sheamus will team up to take on Rob Van Dam and Dolph Ziggler. The situation between Sheamus and RVD is still going on. Mark Henry wants a shot at Ziggler's title. Is he the next in line? We'll find out. Nikki Bella will team up with her sister, who is the Divas Champion, Brie Bella, to take on the former champion, Paige. The New Day are on the rebound, looking to rebuild after another loss at the pay-per-view. They're going to take on Axel and R-Truth. And our main event, Ryback and the WWE Champion Seth Rollins will take on Roman Reigns and the new #1 contender for the WWE Championship, Randy Orton. Kane versus Daniel Bryan in our opening contest. It is Daniel Bryan coming away with another victory. Next up, Mark Henry and Sheamus versus RVD and Ziggler. It is Van Dam and Ziggler coming away with the victory. And we have Nikki Bella versus the former Divas Champion, Paige. Our former champion does pick up the W. Well done, Paige. Next up, New Day and Axel and Truth. It is the New Day coming away with another win. So despite losing at the pay-per-view, they're still coming away with a couple of victories here and there. And perhaps, you know, we saw them do this before, but now it looks as though the New Day are out of the title mix. And insert either this man, Cesaro, and his partner, Tyson Kidd, or Zayn and Neville. So we have Cesaro and Kidd versus Zayn and Neville, a best out of 3 series. This is going to be very interesting indeed. So it could be over after 2 matches, or we might go to the 3rd, I'm not sure yet. But the winner will face the Ascension at TLC for the WWE Tag Team Championships. And the reason why we chose these 2 teams, let's be real, these 2 teams were fighting it out last month to determine the next #1 contender. As it turned out to be, Zayn and Neville fell short to the New Day, who still had that rematch clause up their sleeve. So they had the right to still be in that #1 contendership spot. They got there, they lost. Now it's time to crown a new #1 contender, and it could be Cesaro and Kidd, or it could be this man and his tag team partner, Sami Zayn and Neville. So this is going to be very exciting to see how these 2 teams go up against one another. We've already seen these 2 teams face off many times before, but this is definitely all on the line right now. And the important thing to note as well, even if you lose the first match, it's not all over. You have a second chance. And that's the beauty of the 3 best out of 3 series. It's going to be very exciting to see how it all comes about and who will indeed come away with the victory. So here comes Neville, the other half of Zayn and Neville. And a lot of you guys have been telling me, Brendan, give them a singles opportunities. Give them singles. But Zayn and Neville, they're not done as a tag team yet. You just get the feeling they want to have that one big tag team victory. They want to prove that they were a successful tag team, that they weren't a flop, they weren't a failure. And the only way to do that is by winning the tag team titles. So that's exactly what they're out to do right here tonight. And I guess, though, you have to wonder, what if they do fail this time around? What if Cesaro and Kidd are the next #1 contenders? Where does that leave Zayn and Neville? I don't know. You know, will they have to split? Will they have to go their separate ways? Will they have to decide, okay, this tag team thing is just not working out for us? Maybe it's time to move on and let's go singles. Perhaps. The US Championship opportunities are certainly right out in the open right now. We don't know who's going to be the next man in line. We saw Daniel Bryan just lose, so you have to say he's probably in the back of the line now. Kane, he came close, but he failed to be #1 contender. Is he in the mix? Perhaps. But he just lost to Daniel Bryan, though, so yeah, question mark there. Mark Henry, perhaps, but he lost in the tag team match, so we don't know who's going to be in the next US champion, the next challenger for the US Championship. So Zayn and Neville, if they do fail, there's always something else that they can, you know, look to strive towards achieving, another championship that they can possibly get. But then again, it could be another Sheamus and RVD situation where both men are going for that same title, and both men are just getting a little bit frustrated at one another, trying to interfere, and they both have to go at each other and take each other out. So perhaps we may see that again. I don't know, but of course, perhaps the opportunity to go to SmackDown and go for one title over there, and perhaps a title here and split apart completely. We've seen that happen before, so anything can happen here in Universe Mode. But look, it's not all over yet, as Zayn and Neville are in control of this match, as Neville looking to tag out. In comes Sami Zayn, and Sami Zayn and Tyson Kidd in there at the moment. So we saw the Ascension come away with the victory over the New Day at Survivor Series. Ascension, very, very impressive so far in their little run as tag team champions. They've only really had to contend with the New Day so far, but definitely there's been some good teams that are on the horizons and good teams that are trying to get those titles off them. So it's a very hard time to be tag team champions right now, and to be champions, you've got to be doing pretty well, and the Ascension are doing pretty well in my mind. A very dominant display over the New Day, and they were really good at the pay-per-view. I think the Ascension are definitely the #1 tag team in my mind right now here in Universe Mode, even in the whole grand spectrum of Universe Mode, including SmackDown. I think Ascension are #1. I think we had an Ascension versus Uso match right now. I think the Ascension would come away with the victory. And that's a pretty bold statement to be making, since the Ascension haven't exactly been around all that long. But in their short little run, they've been very, very impressive. As Zayn, very impressive move off the top with a Tornado DDT. Down goes Tyson Kidd. Can he get the cover? He's not going to go for it. He gets Tyson Kidd up instead. And wait a minute. Beautiful move. Shoulders down. And I think that the rope break may have been enforced there to allow this one to stay on, as Zayn continues the attack right now on Tyson Kidd. And now Zayn and Tyson Kidd back to their feet. Kidd forced into the corner. Sami Zayn going to follow it up. Oh, hell of a kick there. Beautiful kick right to the skull of Tyson Kidd. Rolls him over. This could be it. Natalya getting up at the top rope, distracting the referee, but Cesaro is there anyway. So Natalya kind of forgot about her. She's in the corner over there, and she might be distracting the referee. We know he likes to be distracted by pretty ladies sometimes, and his eyes are wandering elsewhere rather than the pinfall that was about to occur, and that may have cost Zayn and Neville from winning this one. Perhaps it was this man, Cesaro, who broke it up anyways, and that's a big factor that's going to be playing this series. And the role of managers here in Universe Mode is definitely a big one. I think anybody that has a manager just succeeds so much better than others. You know, the New Day, they're their third man, you know, they were tag champions. And Cesaro and Kidd, you know, they've got Natalya. Next to them, the Usos have Naomi. So we've seen people who have managers really succeed. So I think the role of the manager in Universe Mode is certainly one that does go unnoticed, but definitely it does make a huge impact. And you've got Dean Ambrose and Paul Heyman. You're seeing how well Dean Ambrose is now doing over on SmackDown. So the role of a manager, it definitely needs to be considered when you think about the full package of a champion. You know, perhaps a manager for some of these teams is the key component missing. And Cesaro has to deal with Sami Zayn, but Tyson Kidd will soften him up a little bit before he does get in the ring to face off with Cesaro right now. As we'll skip ahead on this one, and we have Zayn and Cesaro still going at it with a kick with a knee to the midsection there of Sami Zayn, who's going to try and tag out. He does get there, as he does get the tag. Here comes Neville. Double tag's going to happen though, as Tyson Kidd will enter this one as well. It's a best out of 3 series. Let me know in the comment section, guys, who is going to win this series. And of course, guys, if you want to go check out what is to come for the TLC pay-per-view, there were 2 matches announced this week for TLC. They were announced on my Twitter, my Facebook, and on the website, and on the forums, of course. So if you guys want to know what they were and what's up at the moment with TLC, what's the go, what's planned, check out the website, BrendenPlayz.com, and there will be a page link. You click on the right-hand side of the page, there'll be a logo that says TLC. Click on that, and it'll take you to the TLC page, just like Survivor, just like all my other pay-per-views. You guys know the deal by now. But you can go see the match card for the pay-per-view there, and that's just an easy way to kind of keep up to date with what's going on in Universe Mode. If you are falling a little bit behind, you're not exactly sure what some of the pay-per-view matches that have been happening, you can go on the website and it will tell you, and all the pay-per-view match pages, that all the matches that have been happening. I won't tell you the results, but you'll see what matches have been occurring. I'll leave the results to the videos themselves. But there you go, a little break up there by Tyson Kidd as Zayn and Neville back in this match. looking as though they may be having the upper hand right now. Zayn has Cesaro up with a beautiful suplex. Down goes Cesaro. Perhaps we might see Zayn and Neville get the first win out of the best of 3 series. Beautiful move as well from Sami Zayn, picking up Cesaro now. And a big right hand is not going to happen, as Cesaro just says no thank you, as he's gonna get him to the ropes. He's got there. Uh-oh. What's Cesaro doing? Springboard! Uppercut! Uh-oh. Zayn is in huge trouble. 1, 2, no! Doesn't get there as Neville breaks it up just in the nick of time. And Zayn, he is in some trouble now. We thought Zayn and Neville were in control, but Cesaro is just getting going right now. And here we go. Neutralizer. Could be it. Lights out. And that could be the first victory out of the best of 3 series, going the way of Cesaro and Kid. That's it. Neutralizer putting Sami Zayn away. Cesaro and Kid 1 up out of the best of 3s. So there you go. The neutralizer was enough to win that one. And a Swiss Superman Cesaro. Look at this. Beautiful move. Hooks it. Bang. Down goes Zayn. And unfortunately, Zayn and Neville back to the drawing book. And they can see what they can do for the next time. I mean, I don't know. They didn't go too wrong in that one. Just that one little sequence of moves there from Cesaro may have done it for them. And they need to try and make sure that they can keep Natalya a little bit quiet at the other side of the ring as well. But we'll find out very soon how this one all plays out next week on Raw as we move on to our main event matchup. And here we go. It is the big guy, Ryback, the former World Heavyweight Champion, and of course the former SmackDown King, and the longest reigning World Champion in the history of Universe Mode, coming out now for tag team action. And the WWE Championship scene is very interesting right now. We saw The Rock and Randy Orton go at it at Survivor Series in their 4th epic singles matchup, and this time it was The Rock falling to Randy Orton rather than, because you go back to SummerSlam, it was The Rock defeating Randy Orton. This time Randy Orton did get the victory, and he is now the new #1 contender for this man's WWE Championship, Seth Rollins. And speaking of Seth Rollins, a big match for him at Survivor Series as well, where he had to defend his championship to Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins just came away with the victory. Roman Reigns, is he ready? Is he good enough just quite yet? That's a lot of questions that people have been asking. You know, this man, Roman Reigns, he's coming out now. Is he prepared? Is he good enough to beat Seth Rollins at the moment? I don't know. Is he good enough to be champion? I don't know. And I know Ryback, he wants a shot at Seth Rollins' championship, but tonight he's going to put aside his differences to face Orton and Reigns right now. But we've seen many guys come about in the WWE Championship mix. Triple H, The Rock, Ryback, Reigns, Orton, 5 guys all dying to get that championship back around their waist. We know Bryan wants a shot. Ziggler's also a possibility soon. Plenty of guys wanting that WWE Championship around their waist. So Seth Rollins has to be very cautious about who he messes with right now. But this will be the man that he's messing with at TLC, as it will be a one-on-one matchup. Randy Orton versus Seth Rollins. It will be tables, ladders, and chairs. TLC match, Randy Orton versus Seth Rollins. WWE Championship is on the line. It's one of our 2 TLC matches already confirmed, as I mentioned a moment ago. It will be Orton and Rollins one-on-one at TLC. So that's a big, big matchup. At the moment, it's Reigns and Ryback starting this one. An early cover there from Reigns. That's certainly not going to get it done. But Ryback does kick out at 1. And Roman Reigns, you know, what's the deal with him? Is he ready? Is he good enough? What's the situation? I'm not exactly sure. I mean, he's come close a few times now, but he just can't seem to win that big match. He just can't seem to close the match out. Is he choking at the end? You just can't make that clutch shot? I don't know. What is going on with Roman Reigns? Just can't finish the matches off. Just can't come away with the victory. And Seth Rollins survives another day as champion, putting to rest any kind of rumors that Seth Rollins was a bit of a paper champion, didn't deserve to be champion because he'd only be winning multi-man matches. Could he do it one-on-one? Yes, he could. Seth Rollins being in tremendous form right now, and he's still dominating. I think Seth Rollins, to be honest with you, could make a run for the longest reigning champion in the history of Universe Mode. Brock Lesnar's championship reign could be in jeopardy with a man like Seth Rollins and the how good he has been. I mean, a lot of guys, Orton, Ryback, Reigns, they've been good, but they just haven't been all that great. Had they been good enough to beat Seth Rollins? I don't know. Had they been on Seth Rollins' level? I don't think so. Randy Orton might be the only guy that could come close to doing it. Of course, Randy Orton having a pretty good title reign himself earlier on this year as well, winning it at WrestleMania, and of course losing it at SummerSlam. So Randy Orton held the championship for quite some time, so he knows what it takes to be a champion. Roman Reigns, and not so much. Ryback hasn't held the championship since WrestleMania himself, so it's been quite some time since Ryback has tasted singles success. So some of these guys have a bit of work to do to be able to come away and defeat Seth Rollins, who's in the ring right now. Randy Orton, Seth Rollins, and of course, you go back to a bit of history between Orton and Rollins, it's been all Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins has beaten Randy Orton numerous times. Singles matches, tag team matches, you name it, it's all been Seth Rollins. Just winning and winning and winning. And now Randy Orton has a match one-on-one against Seth Rollins at TLC, in a TLC match, which you could pretty much say will suit Seth Rollins down to a T. The odds are certainly stacked against Randy Orton, considering he has never really beaten Seth Rollins. Perhaps he has done it once, but Seth Rollins has certainly won more times than not. And look, Randy Orton has his work cut out for him, despite being a former champion, despite having done it all here in Universe Mode, beaten all the top guys here in Universe Mode. Seth Rollins has been the one guy that Randy Orton has never really been able to get the better of. And that's such a surprise because how good Randy Orton has been. But Seth Rollins has just been that much better. And it's been a huge, tremendous run for Seth Rollins. He's just on a huge wave of momentum. And anybody that comes near him, he does put them down. And Randy Orton and Rollins in the middle of the ring right now, scouting each other out, 4 weeks away from their TLC title match. Cover now. Orton will kick out. So we'll get a bit of an early preview of what to expect at TLC. Obviously, the dynamic of tables, ladders, and chairs is going to completely change the concept of that matchup compared to what we're seeing right now. As the Luthez press down goes Seth Rollins. Randy Orton in control of the match thus far. But definitely at TLC, it'll be a whole different ball game compared to what we're seeing right now. But this is a bit of a sneak peek, an early teaser of what we can expect. And Randy Orton, he'll probably want to get a tag team win over Seth Rollins. Obviously, they won't have a one-on-one match before TLC, so a tag team victory, just a pinfall victory in some kind of fashion, will definitely help Randy Orton's confidence. Because having lost to a guy so many times is always just going to dampen your confidence so much. As the powerbomb into the corner, Seth Rollins in control at the moment again. The cover, and Randy Orton could be done and dusted early on in this match. Kicks out at 1. And Randy Orton, a very good victory over The Rock, and you know, a well-deserving victory. I think he'd done enough to win that one over The Rock, and he deserved to be the winner. Now, some vintage Orton happening right now. DD2 to the outside from the apron. Coming into the ring, Seth Rollins down, and that could be the opening that Randy Orton needs to get the cover, the pinfall victory. I thought he was perhaps, should have been maybe tagging out there after taking that powerbomb to the corner. Yes, he hit a big move back, but perhaps trying to get himself the hell out of there, get Roman Reigns in there and see what they can do. But Seth Rollins against the ropes right now. Not going to happen, though, is Rollins now has Randy Orton where he wants him. Going to pick him up for a suplex. Beautifully done there. Randy Orton in some trouble now. Randy Orton unable to capitalize after that DDT. Seth Rollins now in control. And what's Rollins thinking about doing now? What's he thinking? What's Rollins got in mind? Uh-oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. The curb stomp. The curb stomp to Randy Orton. And Roman Reigns is there. And he will break it up. And we will skip ahead a little bit in this one. The tag was made. Roman Reigns came in after breaking it up and interfering on the Seth Rollins pinfall attempt. And Roman Reigns came in, took down Seth Rollins, and Randy Orton was able to get the tag out to Reigns. And now it's Reigns and Rollins. Bit of a rematch situation here from last night's Survivor Series pay-per-view, which of course Seth Rollins did win. And like I said earlier, what is next for Roman Reigns? I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of guys who want that championship. I think Roman Reigns is certainly in the back of the line now. He lost fair and square. There's not much you can really say for Roman Reigns. He's had opportunities and he's failed. He had a match at Hell in a Cell. He lost. Had a match now one-on-one at Survivor Series and he lost. Looks like Roman Reigns is going to be waiting in line for a little bit. The Royal Rumble is coming up next after TLC. Perhaps that's Roman Reigns' next goal, to perhaps try and win that Royal Rumble matchup. As Seth Rollins attempted stomp, not going to happen as Reigns moves out of the way, and a beautiful drop kick, very quickly done, able to take down Seth Rollins. Pinfall attempt, here we go, Ryback is coming, and he'll break it up at 2. So Roman Reigns definitely looking very, very good at the moment. And Reigns, perhaps a victory over Seth Rollins here will do him a world of good. May not get him in the title hunt by all means. Oh, wait a minute. It's a side suplex. Seth Rollins in big trouble. The cover. And there's Ryback to break it up. So nothing is going to come out of it. But definitely a victory over Seth Rollins here will do Roman Reigns a world of good. Keep him back in the title hunt in the future. Here we go with the spear. Roman Reigns launching himself at Seth Rollins. Ryback breaks it up again, keeping this one alive. And speaking of Ryback, we haven't really seen much of Ryback for a while. He hasn't really had a chance to prosper. He's been involved in a few things here and there, but ever since coming to Raw, not a lot has been achieved from Ryback. Of course, he worked a program early on with Randy Orton. He lost. He was a part of the Authority whilst that was still around. That disbanded. Ryback was gone, and ever since then, he hasn't really had an opportunity to kind of plant his feet down and really establish himself here on Monday Night Raw. And I'm sure he's looking for an opportunity. He's looking for a chance at the WWE Championship soon. He's looking for an opportunity to kind of make a name for himself here on Raw. And Roman Reigns trying to get to the top rope now. What's going to happen? Ryback's there, and Ryback pushes Roman Reigns off. Now Seth Rollins back to his feet, and he might be able to capitalize now. And that big move there from Ryback may just be the move that could be the end of Roman Reigns. Reigns making a mistake. Seth Rollins now. Oh, come on. Seth Rollins lining him up with a super kick right to the head. Roman Reigns is in some trouble. Orton is coming, senses the urgency of the situation, keeps this one alive. But Ryback give him the assist. He took Reigns off the top rope, allowing Rollins to capitalize, and he sure as hell did that pretty well. With a nice neck breaker. Here comes Ryback now, looking to pick up the pieces of what he did to Roman Reigns. Here we go. Got Reigns up. Oh my. Oh, what a move. What a move there, and that could be the end of Reigns. Orton is there again, though, keeping this just alive. But for how much longer? Roman Reigns struggling in the middle of the ring right now. Ryback, come on. What can he do? Can he finish Reigns off? But he makes a mistake. Randy Orton now going to insert himself into this one. Roman Reigns suffering a lot of damage, though. Don't think he's going to be much help to Randy Orton if he does get in a bad situation. Now the pinfall attempt could be it. 2. Wow. Wow. What? Okay. Just like that. What? Randy Orton came in, Ryback in a move, and that's it. Reigns wasn't there to help, and Ryback sneaks away with the victory. Okay, well there you go. I did not expect that to be the end of it, but Ryback comes away with a victory. Seth Rollins does as well, and Randy Orton, maybe he was gassed after all those pinfall breakups, and now, wait a minute, what's... Ryback has a steel chair, and... Oh, a shot there to Roman Reigns. And now to Randy Orton as well. Seth Rollins and Ryback making their presence known. And perhaps this could be the beginning of something between Ryback and Roman Reigns. I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us again for another episode of Universe Mode. If you did enjoy it, please do leave a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe as well to see more Universe Mode episodes coming up from me in the future. Thanks guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed Survivor Series. And plenty of good stuff to come. TLC is going to be just as good. Thanks guys, and I'll see you next time.